would sleep TV.
So what you said on that Atlanta thing coming, you said it had something to do with how most people are raised on here. Can you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on like what you meant on that comment? If you remember what you said.
A lot of people from Atlanta, they're raised super family orientated, and they're like always like this and that. And down in Tennessee, like it's a lot of if you cross me once, even if you're blood, you can't be around no more. And I think that's ridiculous, because like if you've always been around that person and they've shown that they're like they got good intentions for you, and they just do one or two things that are kind of out of the like park or whatever,
You wouldn't cut them off?
no. I mean, it depends what it is.
Yeah.
Like usually with money, no. Like if it's something about money, I gotta cut you off, like stealing and shit.
Yeah.
That's something different. But I'm saying just like little fuck ups,
Like,
people in
shit.
Tennessee will never talk to you again off of that shit. In Atlanta, I feel like it's different, and that's why so many people come together. Cause like it's like every time one artist pops off, 10 other artists pop off with them, cause they put people on. Tennessee, you don't really see that.
Yeah.
It's super rare.
Yeah. I mean, I've been watching my whole life. Like really my whole life. I always been in music. Like everything I don't know. I only did this for a year, but
Yeah.
my whole life I've been in music. I always wondered that why are people from Tennessee not blowing up? And I feel like, I mean, why are people not blowing up by like as much as the people in Atlanta? Because our music is good as it. Do you agree?
Yeah, it's better in my opinion. It's realer because like Atlanta, like I said, they hype it up a lot. A lot of like jewelry they don't got, houses they don't got, cars they don't got. Here it's like street music.
A post on Say Cheese recently, they just posted it on Say Cheese. Somebody said that the whole Atlanta sound comes from some producer that used to work with 3 6 Mafia. You know what I'm talking about?
Not completely
Not
fond of it.
But they say that Atlanta sound mainly comes from a Memphis producer. Do you see that? Somewhat,
I can see where they're coming from, but I honestly think a huge like portion of Atlanta sound came from Young Thug, because a lot of those people who sound like him to me, I won't say they're clones or his sons or whatever, but like they sound a lot like him, using the same little like Gunna type flows and stuff. A lot of that.
Okay, well, is music like a priority to you right now?
Definitely. I've been taking it a lot more serious, trying to find different sounds, not just talking about scamming all the time, doing a lot of that, just trying to expand the sound.
Do you think that subgenre will keep getting bigger? Because is the past year, like ever since TJ came out, it's been getting, people been seeing more and more artists like Shitty Boy, all type of things.
I feel like it'll gain more traction as time passes, but if you get on it, like all gimmicks fall off.
Right.
So I think it's gonna be a thing always, but I don't think that it's gonna be a thing that people can come up so quickly through like they've been doing this year and last year.
Right. Well, so since music is a priority for you now, what's like life for you now in 2020? Like, what do you wake up every day and like, what's your goal?
I always try to make at least 500 to 1,000 each day, every single day. That's my main priority usually. Once I get that taken care of, open up the laptop, set up the mic and stuff, and just start trying to make music.
Oh, so you got a personal studio at home? You don't have to go to the studio?
Not usually, because like big thing with that is people just like bullshit. They'll be like, oh, you pull up on Saturday, you text them on Saturday, they won't answer the phone, and I was just tired of dealing with that. So
I literally just had to happen.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go to a session today at 8:30.
Exactly,
He said
bro.
something
Like
happened with
it's
the producing.
ridiculous. Yeah.
I feel you. So shit, you'll save a lot of money that way.
Exactly.
A lot of people
Save a lot of money, save a lot of time. You don't gotta rely on nobody else, especially if you know what you're doing. With like, I got a super good engineer, 15-year-old kid out of Michigan. That's Stefan. He's super good.
Oh, so you send this stuff off?
Send it off and then pay him what I need to pay him, cause like I don't like making anybody work for free. Like it's just stupid to me. I feel like they'll do better when you pay them.
Right. Why do you call yourself Latika? Am I saying this shit right?
Yeah,
that's from Narcos, right?
Yeah, it's because my dad, he was adopted straight out of Medellin, and I don't know, I never been super into Narcos. I kind of thought it was corny, but like after just seeing the whole story, how they came from nothing to something, like, and me being in Columbia, Tennessee, I just felt like, I don't know, that whole movie, bro, like not movie, that show, it almost made me cry a few times, just because like it's so deep, like how like my dad, like where he came from, just all of that. It means a lot to me. It's kind of like a little joke, but there's more behind it than that.
you low key look like y'all had the same.
Yeah, that's
hairstyle.
exactly what I'm saying. Like it's Colombian.
You wanna know what's crazy too? You come, they moved from what, Medellin, Colombia,
Mm-hmm.
and then you moved up to the Columbia, Tennessee. That's
Exactly.
That's cool as fuck.
Exactly.
Even though that's random as hell.
Yeah, it is random.
What was I finna say? So like, what plans do you have for music in 2020? Like, are you trying to work with a certain artist, shoot with a certain videographer? Cause man, I gotta put you on some videographers too. I'm pretty sure you probably know about them. So I gotta tell you about them. Well, what are your plans for this year?
My biggest priority is to get more like in depth and like around more Tennessee artists, producers, videographers. Just because I've been working so hard to get like up in Detroit, and there's only so much you can do up there. And
Yeah, without being there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I went up there or whatever, and it's not at all like, I mean, it's what people say it is. It's pretty grimy or whatever, but like, there's really nobody outside or nothing. You can't really connect with nobody unless you got like shit planned out. Like, there's no linking up or nothing like that. And down here, you can really just like get together with a bunch of people at once usually.
Yeah. Have you ever did a thing where like you go to a showcase and do stuff? Have you ever been into that?
Not so much. I ain't never really been into that.
You want me to be honest? I don't really think it helps too much.
Yeah.
Because you basically go into a place where a whole bunch of other artists are performing, when they usually make you pay to perform, and the people that's going to the showcase are like family of the other people that are performing there.
Yeah.
So, man, I was just gonna ask you if you ever been to anything like that.
Another thing with like performances, I don't really want to perform unless I'm headlining, because like I've heard from other artists, like they go with TJ, that it's like they know TJ's songs and like a few of them know their songs, but they're going there to see TJ. Right. They're going there to see who's headlining, not who's under you. Like, and that's why I feel like I don't really want to perform until I'm like headlining type shit.
Right. I mean, how much work do you think you have to put in before you get like booked for like a paid show?
Tons, and you gotta know the right people, because if you don't have financial backing or managers, you're never gonna get to that point, because you gotta have people who are already in what you're trying to get into.
Right. Alright, damn, man, did you study the music business before you jumped into it or something?
No,
Sound like you did.
I just like, I watched it happen, and like helping TJ and seeing what connections he made, it worked for him, so I really know what's like the blueprint of what works.
If I ask most artists that, they wouldn't really like, they don't really know, so like I can't lie, low key surprised.
Yeah, a lot of them think like, oh, if I drop a song every day for a month straight, that I'll blow up. But no, you got, if you can drop 1 million songs in a year, and if you don't have the right management, distribution, all of that, it's not gonna really go anywhere.
Alright. Well, so TJ, y'all had the type of relationship where, like, if you wanted to do a song with him, would he charge you for a feature, you think? Another song? Being that he,
I
like,
seriously doubt it, but like if I wanted it done ASAP with how busy he is, then yeah, probably.
Oh yeah, he's that busy to the
and
point.
Like that makes sense to me, because like I said, I don't like making anybody work for free.
Right. Yeah, and that's good. Like, you looking at it like a business too. That's,
exactly.
That's good.
And like with Kev, like he don't tax me for features or nothing, but I'll pay for the promo, because like if nobody's distributing it, like I was saying, promoting it, you don't got the right people promoting it. I mean, he's on the song, so it makes sense for him to be promoting it. I'll slide him like $100, $200 just to promote it, because he's got that fan base. He just got verified today on Instagram as well.
Yeah, I seen that.
So
yeah, I fuck with Kid. Like,
he's definitely one of the realest Detroit artists I've ever had any conversations with. Just giving me tips about like, just like when I moved out of my mom's house or whatever, just different stuff like that.
Alright, so you just got your first place? You 18?
I don't got my first place, but like,
you just moved out. Well, I mean, most people are age, they still stay with their parents.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's still a big step in life, you know. So shit, congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. But I mean, is there any other topic that you wanted to talk about before we end this interview off? Or you think we basically covered everything that you wanted to, talk about?
I mean, just a repeat of what you said before with Tennessee artists. A lot of Tennessee artists need to get together more. It just needs to like not be so like separatist almost, because people are just so separate. Like Memphis is so separate from Nashville.
Yeah.
Nashville is separate from Memphis, and you got Chattanooga, Knoxville,
Clarksville. Yeah.
And I feel like if everybody came together, this whole state would be like Atlanta.
Yeah. I think bigger.
Exactly, because it's a whole state instead of a city. If we all got together, I know it would take off. Because there's so many different sounds and genres and just going together.
It's a real controversial question. I understand if you don't want to ask it. I mean, if you don't want to answer it or not. But a lot of people will wonder this. So, well, what race are you?
Oh, I'm white and Colombian.
So, you know, I listen to your music. When people go listen to your music, they be like, "Well, he's not black. Why is he saying nigga?" Do you worry about like any backlash from that?
Slightly, yes. I'm definitely like, if it goes to a more industrial level, I'm gonna chill out on that. But to me, that word isn't really something of race, because there was Asian kids, Hispanic kids, even the white kids, all in the apartment complex I lived in. They all said that. That's what I grew up hearing. And it's just like almost like a word that means like community to me.
Yeah.
But I can see how it defend people.
Yeah, but at the same time, I personally, I don't have no problem with you saying it. Like, you're not using that in a bad way.
Exactly.
Like,
if I was being racist, then it's one thing. Another thing is, artists will use that word. They'll look how I look, kind of just like, you don't know what race I am. Yeah. And then they'll lie and be like, I'm half black. And that's not okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's lame as hell. So are you follow Say Cheese Law? Say Cheese TV?
Here and there,
So you see the post sometime. Well, what made me ask you that is because Sean Cotton, that's the owner of Say Cheese, he recently had just did an interview with one of his artists that he signed. He asked him that same thing, and he basically gave that same answer. So, shit, if anybody wondering why they say this word, and a lot of people really don't have no problem with it, that's why.
Exactly.
But and real nigga shit, but I appreciate you for driving a fucking whole hour here, to do this interview with me. I'm glad that we got to do this.
For sure.
I think
it was
we
a great
got
opportunity for sure.
Vice versa. And I think it's gonna be a real good interview. I don't know.
That was good.
We're gonna have more to come. So there's XOXO Grim. Where can they follow you? I know you on Twitter, Instagram. You on anything else?
YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Music, all that. Spotify.
All the same thing.
Yeah.
XOXO Grim.
Yeah.
Bet. Well, yeah, you had XO Grim, Kyree Thomas. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate you pulling up once again. So.